So what we're going to do first is just enter a straightforward MRO contract. So select our product code. And this customer has also chosen to purchase a couple of accessories off the floor that they want to include in this new ARO. So as I explained, it's an accessories repayment option. There's two options or two finance tiers available. A $120 tier, which will include a $20 finance charge, which gets held by CCG, and a $240 with a $40 finance charge. Now, your customers will never see this finance charge because of all this setup we've just done in the first part. It's all for internal recording within ICE. AROs are always 24-month terms, and the ARO must equal the floor price of the accessories. So if the accessories, hypothetically, the customer wants two products and they come to $130, they can ARO the $120 tier, but they will still need to pay the balance. Likewise, if the products did come to $120, you can't just up and put them on the $240 tier for no reason. And finally, please refer back to your TDA, your Terms of Agreement, for all of the other key points. But they are the main important ones to remember. So we'll select our accessories, and in my very exciting system, they're just called Accessory 1 and 2. So I'll select that one, and I'll select my other one. Whoops. Try that again. Okay, so I've selected my phone that's going to go on a contract, and they've taken two accessories to go out on an ARO as well. Oh, that does not normally happen because I failed to delete my line, and try that again. F9, F2, and F10. So my connections module will open. It's business as usual. There's nothing new here. Find or create your new customer. I'm just going to go with an existing one that I've got in there to eliminate data entry. Enter in the service ID and order number if applicable. Okay, so what are we doing? We're going to do a contract, and it's going to be a GSM. And I said it's straightforward recontract. Now what is also new is this tick box, apply service only recontracting incentives. This is for your TBC sites, for your BMA and All for Biz connections. So only those sites who do get the $30 amount paid for BMA and All for Biz connections will tick this box. So the handset, yes please, and it's an MRO that we're doing initially. Now we'll see we've got a new repayment details dialog box appear. So this is where I said in the data maintenance section, the mobile MRO schedule no longer exists, that it's been replaced with this new tier. So instead of previously where we had to come in here and we had to click in that drop down and we had to scroll through all of those possible endless options just to find the current one that we need to use, this is like a live tier being built each time we do a transaction. When you first start using ICE for your first transaction, when you click on your drop down, it will be empty. I've put in a handful of transactions and I've been adding to it. So this is where you will enter your MRO tier value, or you will select an existing one. So if I was doing what have I got in there so far? Let's say hypothetically it was an $800 tier over 24 months, select my category, MRO, and OK. That automatically will populate it there. At this point, if I did make a mistake, I can still click on it, and you'll see that it's now added it to the building tier, and likewise I could change it if I wanted to. So this is how it has replaced what was previously the schedule to eliminate having to scroll through all of those options. Business as usual then to select your options. Now, because of what we did in the inventory master file, tagging those accessory items as mobile accessories, the system automatically knows that, well, hey, you've just selected these two in your POS sale. You need to include them in the bundle. However, if a customer is not actually doing the ARO, they're quite happy just to simply pay the $120 for those products, you would hit cancel. And the system would automatically record that there's none. So even though every single accessory item has been tagged as a mobile accessory, when that dialog box automatically displays, if it is not an ARO bundle being taken up, just hit cancel and continue your transaction as normal. However, in this case, we will demonstrate it. So the ARO tier, this is where we select which tier or bundle are they going on, 120 or 240, 120 and 24 months. We need to check which items are also included, because hypothetically, if you've just done a sale that had a connection, more importantly, ARO bundling is only possible when you're doing an actual MRO contract connection. You cannot just have a customer walk into your store and them just buy $240 worth of accessories and say, I want to put it on a bundle, a finance bundle. They must have a handset connection to enable the ability to have an ARO bundle. So if you've sold perhaps 5 accessories in this one transaction, all 5 would display here, but again, you would only tick the ones that apply to this particular ARO. And from here, OK. And we would continue and finish our sale as normal. No, I don't. And then in the payment dialog box, what you'll see is we've now got a new payment type, which is that one that we visited through admin setup general POS payment types, and where we attached that new GL account. And what's happening behind the scenes is at screen level we can see that there's a full 120, obviously going to that financed ARO payment type, business as usual of what is being posted to our MRO. But once we complete the transactions, behind the scenes, the system's taking that $20 and posting it to that cost account that we created for the ARO finances. So we'll complete that transaction. Now, what I'm going to do is just go into front of house, reports, inventory, sales history, and because we haven't updated or anything, and we just want to look at point of sale. Now, what we'll see on these ARO finance charges, there's all the negative $20. So this is the way the system is taking up the $20 or $40 if it was a 240 tier ARO, and reposting to this ARO finance charge cost account that will appear in your profit and loss. Because if the system did not do that, the sales reps or the sales report would be showing $20 greater in GP, etc., which would then be over-inflating the figures. So that's how the system, or why we had to do all of those new GL account setups, GL set codes, etc., to tell the system how to handle these components, because you don't want those amounts still just remaining in the general sale. Now, as I said, if there's anything, there's probably a bit for you all to be taking in this afternoon, but everybody on the support desk is there ready to help you with any questions, or if you want further explanation on anything I have addressed today.